I think, DK, it's only right that we throw to the master of words, the wizard of words. Show us your mastery and stitch together some handy praise for the young lad.
With this kind of build-up, you can only lose, right? With this kind of build-up, you can only lose.
I was just setting it up for you. So this,
he was 54 of 40 balls.
Oh, you've decided to go with numbers instead of words.
72. He made 72 of the last 23 balls.
That deserves some praise and some pros.
Yes. It was a very prosaic way of saying how well he played. But I was very keen to see how he takes his game from that start.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, at the moment, he can do no wrong. He can do no wrong. I remember saying many years ago about Rahul Dravid, he can walk on water today and he won't sink.
Yeah.
And Shubman is going through that phase. I mean, he got a great track to bat on.
Yeah.
But I just loved the way he showed another gear to him.
Yeah.
When he batted like Shubman Gill and he finished like the Hardik Pandya we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So he showed two dimensions to him, which is what I enjoyed seeing the most. Those straight sixes. In fact, I was sitting and saying, okay, let's do a poll on which was the most breathtaking shot that you saw. It's a very difficult poll.
You can't. It's like having 10 children and saying who is your favorite, right? Because that's...
Wizard of words. Come along.
There was sheer artistry. Even when he was bludgeoning the bowling, it didn't look like he was kind of wielding a battle axe, right? It still looked like a beautiful sword.
Yeah, I mean... I've seen him in close quarters and there's something very special about him. And the first thing I observe is temperament, and that was there in abundance because at KKR when I was the leader, we sent him at number 6 and 7 and those are hard spots to play. Even now you can see a Deepak Hooda coming in there, it's not easy. And he went and did that job with aplomb a lot of the times. Like, you know, he'd take the team through, play those critical knocks. He was craving for an opening spot. He came and had a conversation with me and said, DK, I want to open, please give me this opportunity. And we were also at that stage where we were not sure whether to keep sending Narayan because he wasn't giving as much as we thought he could.
Surprise factor had gone probably.
Yes, to a point. And then, you know, we had to provide him the opportunity where at a point he came and said, please, now you don't need to think, just go ahead and send me. Never looked back after that. And the one thing we were discussing in the pre-show about inconsistency, with Shubman, you're not going to get that because at the base, he's got a very solid technique and he can always fall back to that whenever he wants. And the tempo with which he starts is almost similar in most matches, but his beauty as a batsman comes out in games like these. When he's made a score, he's happy with where he is. And we discussed about one thing. What did he do wrong last couple of games? And I said, you know, he was just pulling instinctively. And that's exactly what he changed. The boundaries have come around, but if you watch closely, in the first 50 when he got before that, there were many pull shots he played, but everything was on the ground and that was a conscious effort. And these were all singles. He didn't get a boundary for none. At max, he got a 2. But that is what batsmanship is about. You know, knowing what you need to do, controlling and curbing yourself from playing a certain way. And then when you hit that mark, when you feel from here on, I just need to launch, he just launched.
To your point, to what both of you are saying, we have his innings progression and we'll show you exactly why we are talking him up. There you go, Harsha, what you were talking about.
Amazing, isn't it? Look at those last 66. Tell me, did he play agricultural shots, as we call them, in the last 66 runs? You just looked at the shots and said, is that going for 6? Wow, because the timing on that was so good. And it didn't lose his shape. Sometimes you can slog at the end, but I don't think he slogged one.
It wasn't a battle axe, it was sword. It was just fine and exquisite.
More a paintbrush. Just like that. And they were all traveling the distance. And amidst all this, he hit one straight all along the ground for 4 between long on and long off. And here the straight boundary is 72 meters straight. So it's not like he's hit to a 60-meter boundary.
There you go. You've named a few, so come on, pick your favorite. Come on, quickly.
I love that along the ground shot because some of these boys hit in the air so easily. Along the ground means you're giving 2 fielders an opportunity to cut it off, especially if you're hitting straight on a 70-meter boundary. Long on, long off, have time to get there. I thought still to beat those. I mean, there were many. There was one just opened the face and played it there.
There
were so many. There were so many. It was fantastic.
Tough fun.
But it reminded me of something else, what DK was saying. 1994, right? That is 6 and 29 years ago around now.
I was 2.
No, you weren't, but that's okay. Attitudinally, maybe. So there was this guy who went to his captain and said, please give me one game as opener.
Yeah.
If I don't do well, you can put me down again. And never went down again rest of his life. So maybe there is a history there.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There you go. Learning from the best, and why not? You want to want it, and once you get it, you have to juice that opportunity. He's really done that today, and this has been one of those special innings. And why is it so special? Why are we talking him up so much? He's also now the youngest Indian. Only 5 Indians have got a century in all 3 formats. He's the youngest out of all of them. He's the second youngest in the world to have done this. So he's 23 and some. He's not 24 yet, and he's already got centuries in all 3 formats. Well, he's got a double century in one as well. So this guy is really becoming a run machine.